Hello, and I'm back. I've restarted my timer, and this is where we left off, where I was explaining about a seam, and it's particular to the beans. If you've got a bit tin, if you look at the back, you have a plain piece of paper, a flat piece of paper, and that has to wrap around that tin. So you always have a seam at the back where the label joins. It's the same with cutting this up, so because I'm going to wrap a texture around it. I'll wrap some metal texture around the hub and some tyre texture around rubber texture around the tyre. But if I just put it on this image as it is now, on this model as it is now, it will look really grey and stretched. So we mark the seam so it breaks it into sections where you want the label to fold round it. So I've marked the outer seam. Let's highlight which seams have I marked. I'm going to grab that edge there. No, you always try and hide them where you're not going to see them, so I'll grab that edge there. I've got that edge there, right click, mark seam. I want that edge there, right click, mark seam. And I'll come to the bottom, right there, right click, mark seam, because you want to break it up the centre now, otherwise it's just going to be an infinite loop and constantly running round. Now I'm going to fill this section, this inner section in now here. I'll click on that, and if you look, it's got a lot of vertices around the outside, so essentially that's what they call an n-gon, in that it has more than 4 sides. So ideally you want to keep them to 4 sides. So I'm going to select that, come up to face at the top and down to grid fill. Just a minute, I haven't done it. Do it again. Select the edge loop, face. I haven't done it again. Why aren't it filling it? There's no reason why it shouldn't. Select the edge, face. That's better. Not playing ball this morning. Now I've got that edge selected. Well, I will do in a minute. Select the edge all the way around. That's the problem, you can't pass through it now. Control Alt click won't do it, so I've got to select them all manually. That edge there. Just a minute. That edge there. There. And I'll do a Control B. No, it's not having any. I think the best thing I can do is X faces. Grab that edge, fill it, do a Control B, bevel it off like that, then I'll grab that face, X face. Now I'll grid fill it. Grab that edge, right click, mark seam. When I find it, mark seam, face, grid fill. Now we're back in business. Right click, shade auto smooth. That's my outer tyre done. Now I'm going to set to work on putting the tread round the tyre, so I'll get rid of that because I don't need it. I'll save it and I'll file, save as. It's still on lower frame. I'm supposed to be incrementing it as I go. I'll call this one 2. Save this as 02 wheel. Look, there'll be a lesson. Don't do what I've done. Always save it. Now, I'm going to come into here now. You see, I've still got a mirror on at the minute. So I'm going to select that face there, that one. I'll have that one as well, because that's where my treads are going to go. I'll do a Shift D, Y, bring it forward, P and separate it. You can see now we've got the mirror across it, which if I go into front view, bring it into isolation. Just a minute, the front, not the wheel. That one I want. Go to front, and now I'm going to separate this into sections. Before I do that, I'm going to turn my clipping up a second, grab that line and grab it on the X and bring it across like that. So I've got a little gap down the centre. Now I'm going to shape this, so grab that line again, grab it on the Z. This is where you can let your imagination run wild basically and create whatever shape you want. So I'll put proportional editing on, which is all on the keyboard. Grab it on the Z, grab it on the Z, scale the wheel forward, that will bring the circle of influence in, and you can see when you drag it up, the circle makes changes to everything. A bit higher, I think. Grab that like that. I'll grab that one, grab it on the Z, bring it down a little bit like that. On the keyboard turns it back off, and I'm wondering if I should leave it like that or cut it into sections. I'll just leave it like that now for simple, but you can do what you want with it. We're just demonstrating at the minute, so I'll leave that like that. Now I've got to wrap that round the tyre, so I'll hide the hub, don't need that just yet. Grab that, I've already got a mirror on it, add another modifier, and I'll add a shrink wrap. If I click on the pipette here, this little eyedropper, click on the tyre, that will shrink wrap to that tyre, and I want to increase my offset by 1, wrong way, that way, bring it out 1 point from the tyre, minimise that, add another modifier, and this one I'm going to add is a solidify. That will bring it out a little bit like that. If I click here, even thickness, that makes it the same size all the way around. Click on rim only, that will take the inner part excuse me, that will take the inner part of the that will take the inner part of the tread away. I said I've got a sore throat this morning. So now it's taking it around the wrong side. I know what I've done. I've gone it outwards. I should have gone it the other way like that. That's better. Or is it? Just a minute. Turn rim only off. It always gets you confused this bit, which way it's going. Oh, that's why I had only rim on. Where's rim on? Yeah. That's about where I want it, like that. But I want to try and shape it out a bit better than that. So come in. I'll just grab, go into vertex mode, and you can see this white line on the outside, that's the cage. So I'll grab that, grab it on the Z, take it up a little bit and just even that out a bit better. That's fine. And we can sort this cage out by clicking this triangle here. That will take the cage off. Right, I'm happy with that for now. I can always mess around with it later and make it better. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another modifier. I'm going to add an array modifier. Take that up to 3, something like that. I don't want it going on the X, so put a 0 in that one. I want it going on the Y, so put a 1 in there. Now I need to click on the tyre in edge select. Edge select, grab that edge loop, Control S, cursor to selected, and I'm going to do a tab out, Shift A, image, not image, and I'm going to add an empty. Where's my empty gone? Oh, there. A plain axis like that. I'm just not happy with that bit there at the minute. Just 1 second while I just correct this. That one. Grab it on the Z, bring it up. Just a fraction. That will do. Right. Little details. You can see this going inside the tyre. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a select the array, or is it the array? Yeah, select the array, and I'm going to turn off relative offset and come down to object offset, click my pipette, and I'm going to select the empty because I'm going to rotate everything around that. Back to this, Control A, all transforms, set origin to 3D cursor. Just a minute. I should have taken the mirror off before I started. Remove the mirror. Control A, all transform, set origin to 3D cursor. That's better. I can mirror it later. Now, if I rotate that on the X, you can see it runs around the tyre with it. So get it like that, somewhere you like it. And I'll shape this out better in a minute. Then I'll come back to my array. And I'll just increase the count now till it runs all the way around the outside of the tyre. And that's not far out, that's about where I want it. Now let's take care of this now. So for now, while I get it shaped properly, I'm going to turn off my array with this little television thing here. Turn off my solidify, and let's tab in and let's see if I can shape this a little bit better. And that's my alarm going off. Wasted a few minutes with a bit of a mistake, so I will be back in the next one where I'll get this tyre finished. Thank you for watching.